How come seafood has gotten so expensive?
I might twist this around with, why is some seafood really, really cheap? The phrase that I learned in high school when I took a consumer ed course, buyer beware, that's no more relevant yesterday than it was today. It's so important to ask the questions. So seafood's gotten expensive for a number of reasons. First, could you imagine taking your SUV, filling it up at $1.30 a liter? Now, times that by a fish boat that is having to deal with the gas and the fuel costs. Fuel costs are through the roof for the everyday fishermen. Fishing, being able to afford to run a boat these days has become something of a challenge. You will see up and down the West Coast, fishermen that have spent a lifetime on the ocean, they're not able to afford to run their boats anymore to pay their crews. So they're getting out of the business, and things are being bought up by major corporations who can afford the fish licenses, who can afford the quotas, and who can afford to pay their staff. So that's one of the things. So for example, on the quota system, for those who don't know what a quota system is, it means, Moreno, if you're a fisherman and you've got a quota that you can catch 10,000 pounds of halibut. Now, you want to retire, just sit back, relax, you've done all the hard work, but you've got your quota. Young Joe fisherman me can go up to you and say, can I lease that quota from you? And so they come to an agreed price. What happens is that price that the fisherman brings his halibut in for, right off the top, you're looking at the division of up to 50% of that cost. So if a fisherman's getting $10 a pound for halibut off the dock for his fish, $5, up to $5 could go to this retired fisherman. And you could be sitting pretty, making quite a bit of money, not doing any of the hard work, but you've got the quota. I've got to pay for that boat to run and operate out of that half cost of what I'm getting for my fish. So that certainly affects the price point, and then add someone processing that halibut into portion sizes for you and sending it out to a supermarket where they put their price point on it. And then you've got a lot of people getting their kick at the can with getting the price of halibut to where it is today.
So it's an increased demand and increased costs.